Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV. My name is Ben Dackiw at ice level with Oklahoma legend, country music star, Toby Keith. Mr. Keith, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you. Good to be here.
What brought you out here to the game tonight?
Well, my best friend has a daughter that's going to marry one of the hockey players, and Sadler. And I'm an old hockey fan. I love hockey. And so I came to the game not to support them.
So how do you think the Sooners are doing so far this evening? This is an old school Big 8 matchup whenever these two schools lined up on the football field, but we're getting it on the ice. That's a pretty cool concept, don't you think?
Cool. And to be in Oklahoma and see actual hockey, especially at the college level, is exciting too. But we're up 1-0. It's been a tough fight. Both teams been going at it pretty hard.
What players have stuck out to you on OU so far this evening?
I like the big defensemen. I like the size of our defensemen. I don't know all their names yet. It's my first game, but the goalie, our goalies played good. So I don't know all their names, but they're physical, and they've really fought hard. They just played down in the end I'm in, and we had a lot of shots on goal. Just didn't get anything in the net.
We'll make a hockey fan out of you yet, sir. You'll learn. You'll learn those names in good time. I promise. Me and Caleb, we call so many of these games, we don't even need a spotting sheet. We're just that good.
I don't know how an announcer can keep up with hockey.
It's hard. But talking about kind of switching gears to OU football, they're also 6-0. OU hockey was 6-0 heading into last night. But Brent Venables has been running quite the show over at Gaylord Memorial so far this year.
Yeah, and USC's getting hammered right now by Notre Dame. So I don't think there's any Sooner fans out there that are miserable about that. Brent has turned the program around. He's exactly what we needed to go to the SEC. He's recruited so many good top 100 defensive players, which the previous staff didn't do, and it's showing up on the field.
Now, you talked about some of the OU defensemen here tonight. Mr. Castiglione, who was also here this evening, he said he'd like to see a few of them maybe line up at tight end for OU football. Do you think you could see that happening?
Absolutely. There's some size.
So, how did you start your journey as a hockey fan? Were you a OKC Blazers fan back in the day?
You know, actually in junior high, I started trying to learn to skate, but real hockey players are born on skate. So I could skate, and I made a couple of junior hockey teams, but playing. But I couldn't skate backwards fast enough. So they put me in goal, and finally I just played football. I just did what I knew what to do. But hockey's is underrated. Hockey's one of the greatest sports in the world. And I love hockey, and I tried to play it as a kid. It was just in Oklahoma you can't. I think we got one kid that ever was born here that made it to the NHL, but it's just we're not a hockey. We don't have the ice, and we're not grown up. We're not raised as kids to skate, and you have to be born on skates to be that good.
Do you think there's room for Oklahoma with how big football is in the state? Do you think there's room for hockey to be a more mainstream sport?
Oh, absolutely. If we brought an NHL team here, it would be bigger, I think, than the Thunder. I think Oklahoma City has always supported. We had a Central Hockey League when I was a kid, and I saw Dino Cicerelli, Mike Palmatier, Hall of Fame type players that came through and played when we were under Toronto or Minnesota North Stars, and we went to every game, and the old Myriad was packed every night. I have no doubt that if we had NHL in Oklahoma City that we'd be packed.
Can't argue with that.
You can't argue that.
We're going to take a quick break. I'm Ben Dackiw. This is Toby Keith. You're watching Sooner Hockey on OU Hockey TV.
Boomer.